Argentina 3-0 Algeria. The final score that will be etched in the memories of football fans around the world. The stage was set, the atmosphere was electric, and the stakes were higher than ever. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is in full swing, and this match was one for the ages. As the two teams took to the field, the tension was palpable. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, knowing that this match could be the turning point in the tournament. The players were ready, the coaches were focused, and the world was watching. This was more than just a match, it was a clash of cultures, a battle of wills, and a celebration of the beautiful game. And what a celebration it was! The Argentine fans were a sea of blue and white, waving their flags and banners, while the Algerian supporters were a wall of green, cheering on their team with every fiber of their being. The stadium was a cauldron of noise, a frenzy of color and sound that would leave you breathless. And then the whistle blew, and the game was on. The first half was a story of two teams, each with their own unique style and approach. Argentina, with their experienced squad and tactical acumen, started strong, dominating possession and creating chances. Their midfield maestros, with their quick passing and clever movement, were a joy to watch, and their forwards, with their speed and agility, were a constant threat to the Algerian defense. But Algeria, with their youthful energy and pace, were not to be underestimated. They counterattacked with speed and precision, catching the Argentine defense off guard on more than one occasion. The first half was a tactical battle, with both teams trying to outmaneuver each other. Argentina's coach made some clever adjustments, switching to a 4-3-3 formation and introducing a target man up front, while Algeria's coach opted for a more direct approach, using their pacey wingers to stretch the Argentine defense. The result was a fascinating half of football, with both teams creating chances and neither able to gain a clear advantage. But as the half drew to a close, it was Argentina who were looking the more dangerous, with their forwards starting to find space and their midfielders starting to dominate the battle for possession. The second half was a different story altogether. Argentina, with their experience and guile, began to take control of the match. They started to dominate possession, creating chance after chance, and their forwards, with their clinical finishing, were able to capitalize on the opportunities. Algeria, on the other hand, started to tire, their youthful energy beginning to wane as the match wore on. They were unable to cope with the constant pressure, and their defense, which had been so solid in the first half, began to leak. The introduction of fresh legs from the bench gave Argentina a new lease of life, and they were able to push on, scoring two more goals and sealing the win. The Algerian players, to their credit, never gave up, but it was clear that they were outgunned and outmanned. As the final whistle blew, the Argentine players erupted in joy, while the Algerian players were left to ponder what might have been. The second half was a masterclass in football, with Argentina showing their class and their quality. They were the better team, and they deserved the win. The goals were a highlight of the match, each one a masterpiece of technique and execution. The first goal, scored by Argentina's star forward, was a thing of beauty. A clever pass from midfield, a quick turn, and a shot that was unstoppable. The crowd erupted, the players celebrated, and the Algerian defense was left reeling. The second goal, scored just before halftime, was a result of a clever set piece. A perfectly weighted cross, a clever header, and the ball was in the back of the net. The third goal, scored in the second half, was the icing on the cake. A stunning individual effort, a mazy run, and a finish that was clinical and precise. Each goal was a testament to the quality of the Argentine team, and the Algerian defense was left to pick up the pieces. The crowd was on its feet, cheering and chanting, as the Argentine players celebrated their victory. It was a moment that will be remembered for a long time, a moment that will go down in history as one of the greatest matches of all time. The tactics of the match were fascinating, with both teams employing different formations and strategies. Argentina, with their 4-3-3 formation, were able to dominate possession and create chances. Their midfield trio, with their quick passing and clever movement, were able to control the tempo of the match, while their forwards, with their speed and agility, were a constant threat to the Algerian defense. Algeria, on the other hand, opted for a more direct approach, using their pacey wingers to stretch the Argentine defense. They employed a 4-2-3-1 formation, with a target man up front and a pair of wingers who were able to use their speed to beat the Argentine fullbacks. The result was a fascinating tactical battle, with both teams trying to outmaneuver each other. Argentina's coach made some clever adjustments, switching to a 4-2-3-1 formation and introducing a target man up front, while Algeria's coach opted for a more direct approach, using their pacey wingers to stretch the Argentine defense. In the end, it was Argentina's tactics that proved to be the more effective, as they were able to dominate possession and create chances. The standout performers of the match were numerous, but a few players caught the eye. Argentina's star forward was a revelation, scoring 2 goals and creating numerous chances. His pace, agility, and finishing ability were a joy to watch, and he was a constant threat to the Algerian defense. The Argentine midfield trio, with their quick passing and clever movement, were also impressive, controlling the tempo of the match and creating chances. Algeria's pacey wingers were also a highlight, using their speed to beat the Argentine fullbacks and create chances. But the man of the match was undoubtedly Argentina's star forward, who scored 2 goals and was a constant threat to the Algerian defense. He was the difference maker, the player who made the difference between the two teams. His performance was a testament to his quality, and he will be remembered as one of the stars of the tournament. The reaction from around the world was one of shock and awe. The football community was abuzz with excitement, as fans and pundits alike tried to make sense of the result. The Argentine fans were over the moon, celebrating